Yes. Could you
Yes.
send the document again with all the info?
Yes.
Danke.
That should work. Guess we'll try that playlist.
Oh, I just realized this. If the judge attacks from horseback with his judgment hammer, he may roll the combo agility plus navigation and bod plus melee. So does that just mean...
Well, okay, so when you're trying to attack while riding, you need to roll that because you're moving and doing something else. So combinations are like things that would require you to be able to do two things at once.
Okay. Does it boost my ability to hit them? Like, for example, I have 6 melee plus bod and 6 navigation plus agility, so would I have a 12 dice?
How combinations work is first need to be able to like ride correctly, so you need to roll that skill, and then after you get that skill correctly, then you roll bod plus melee, and then if that hits, then you're good.
Okay, the speed of the judge's horses increases the impact of his blows. See combat rules. Do you know how that works? I guess I can look at the book.
I'm not 100% sure how it affects damage.
I'll see if I can find it in the book.
Yeah.
Catharsis is the rules, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, we can continue. I'm just going to look for this because I want to know how it works.
All right. So, Grim, you here?
Mm-hmm.
The four of you have just left the Benisado house, and as you're leaving, he gave you one last piece of information that there is a Spitalion that you might want to meet near the water towers.
To the water tower.
Yeah, I suppose we'll stop there first.
It's also a bit past noon.
Okay, we got time.
So, do you guys want to head towards the water towers?
Yuppers.
All right. As you all make your way down through the winding streets of Lucator, you approach the water towers. Am I a spectator? There you go. All right. You all approach the water towers, and there, as you walk through the main gateway, you can hear arguing. And from a distance, you can see. Let's see here. Well, actually, first. Yeah, so as you approach the water towers, you notice that the gate is open, and you can hear a loud argument from inside. What do you want to do?
Blythe is just going to sort of sit outside and wait for it to die down, but also just kind of like peeping and trying to listen in.
So do you want to like roll stealth to see?
Sure.
All right.
So
does anyone else want to try hiding, or is there anything else you guys want to do?
Okay.
I'll approach as normal.
Okay, Blythe is hiding. And
2 successes, 1 trigger.
Nice.
I'll approach as normal.
all right. As you approach, you see a familiar face and an unfamiliar one. You see Lucio and a Spitalion there, and the Spitalion is currently yelling at Lucio. What do you mean the Baptist has already been buried? In this time of grief, it's a waste of time. Are you even trying to investigate the murder? I mean, you've come up with no traces so far, and as you see this, his bald head is just shining red from him yelling.
Bald.
I want you to let the emissary know that I will figure out who killed her husband. And actually, could you roll perception for me?
Me?
All 4 of you, or 3 of you.
Perception.
Perception. Hey! That's pretty good. 4 successes, 2 triggers.
Hey.
Pretty sure my perception is just 1 die, so
2 successes, 2 triggers.
fail.
All right. The 3 of you hear a horn up on top of the wall, and Blythe and Rascal, you look up and you can see Avicus waving down to Lucio. Soon after that, Lucio says something that you can't quite hear to this battalion and runs off towards the gate, running past you without noticing you. Yeah, free to do what you want.
I'm gonna trail him.
You're gonna trail Lucio.
Yeah.
All right.
Do I need to make another stealth check?
Yeah.
No, 3 successes.
All right. So you follow him without him noticing you. You stay back around 40 feet from behind him as you follow him. Rascal and Earl, do you have anything you want to do?
Who are we sent here to meet?
You're
The
sent here to
battalion.
meet this battalion.
Oh, I guess we'll talk with this battalion then while Blythe goes and trails Lucio.
Yep.
All right.
Continue.
I guess I'll go with Blythe first. So, Blythe, as you follow Lucio, you see him run out of the. He's not running anymore, but he briskly walks out the water tower area and takes a left along the wall. And after around 100 feet, there is a staircase that leads up to the side of the battlement. He then climbs that and starts to walk towards where Abacus was.
I'll keep following.
You keep following him? All right.
Yeah.
Not
up onto the wall, though.
Not up onto the wall?
No, like, I'll be following him from down below the wall. Like, along the wall, if that's where he's continuing to go.
All right, he goes up along the wall and just continues down until where he meets Abacus under the wall. And they start talking to each other. Can you roll perception for me?
Mm-hmm. 7 successes, 2 triggers.
All right. So you can hear Abacus clearly enough. Lucio, you looked like you were having some trouble there with that damn Spitalion. Eh, Either way, I'd like to talk to you about the shipments I've gotten in recently. And Lucio looks at him and says, "All right, go on." Well, I believe I'm coming to another breakthrough, honestly, and we should send out for more. If you don't mind, I'd like to send out 2 Orgiastics to meet Apocalyptics, or meet the Apocalyptics in Borca. Lucio sits there and thinks for a moment, and then he says, "All right, that should be good enough. Before you do anything, tell the emissary about what you're doing, and then that should be fine." Right. With that, Abacus just thanks him and walks off along the battlements towards the cloister, and Lucio will also just walk with him too.
Okay, I'll make my way back to the water tower.
And all right, you make your way back right as Earl and Rascal are meeting this battalion, and as you all approach this battalion, he has his back turned to you, and he seems just completely oblivious to you, and is only interested in like searching the water tower, inspecting the water tower.
Well, go get him, Judge.
Tristan's muted.
Everybody's dying. Ah, fuck. Excuse me, large, bald, intimidating fellow.
What?
Hello.
Who are you?
Ah,
He like, turns around.
I was sent by the Lord of the House of shit,
Benesada.
Benesada.
Anyway. And what do you want then?
You told me I was to speak with you of things.
Things.
I'm investigating the passing of our.
The murder of Altair.
Yes.
He sits there and thinks for a moment. This may work out. I didn't introduce myself yet. My name's Carmino Ferro. I'm Altair's personal doctor. And he looks over to you, Blythe, and I'm guessing you two are with him as well.
Oh, wait, I'm already back.
Yeah,
You're a
you
fast runner.
didn't go too far. Like,
Okay. Yes.
let's see. All right. Is there something you wanted to know then?
You sound like you're having an argument with Lucio. What was that about?
That's just, well, those damn Anabaptists. They don't know how to conduct an investigation. They have too much religious mumbo jumbo and too many procedures and everything to follow are procedures to carry through traditions, and it just messes up any traces that we could have of the murder. So,
Why not dig him up?
well, it would be quite hard, seeing as the Anabaptists wouldn't want that to happen. You'd probably have your head on you'd probably have your head on a spike on the battlements if they
We-
caught you doing that.
Oh, we just don't get caught then. I had that idea a very long time ago.
Look, like I said before, I'd love if we could do that, but it's now the period of mourning. There ain't gonna be a time when his grave is unattended.
Well, the period of mourning is over.
Well, I guess
Or the
it's
time
like
of grief.
the time of grief
In
is
general.
over. The time of grief is over for like general public, like the special, the close people. But the general public is probably going to be constantly visiting his grave.
Well, here's
That's
a
what I'm
question.
thinking.
Did they bury him? Or did they put him in a tomb?
He should be buried up there in the graveyard.
Oh, he's in the ground.
Oh yes, there aren't any tombs up there from what I know of.
Oh,
Oh, I haven't been up there yet.
Do you have any idea how he died? Besides, murder.
Well,
but
I haven't
The
even
method.
seen. I haven't even seen the body. You see, Altair called me here. Maybe about 2 weeks ago. I just got here recently. He wanted me to meet him tomorrow, but I'm not quite sure of what. Since he's dead now, I'm going to have an audience with the emissary. I haven't seen the body of him, and, well, I wouldn't really understand how he was murdered either, honestly.
This is the Spitalion, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just sort of like whisper over to Blythe. I wonder what Altair needed with a Spitalion.
You said you were his doctor, right?
Yes.
Why would Altair need a personal doctor?
I wouldn't know. Even at his age, my patient was a great fighter. He had strong will, and he was hard to surprise. The killer must have known Altair would have been vulnerable when he struck. Though I'm not quite sure how that could have happened, honestly.
Now, when you say personal doctor, does that mean you're in his house all the time, or?
No. I stay with the battalions. He called me in 2 weeks ago, and I just recently arrived.
Well, we have two options. Well, we have multiple options, but I have two ideas.
Well, wait a moment. The Baptist wanted. I know the Baptist wanted to talk to me about something, but I'm not quite sure what, and I'm trying to figure it out. And if you're going to investigate the murder, we might as well do it together, don't you think?
Yes.
Yes.
Strength
yes.
in numbers.
You could be very helpful, doctor. Very helpful.
Indeed. Well, I've judging by what you've said, I've got a bit of a theory.
And what's that?
I think either A, it's someone who Altair was close to and greeted him as he arrived in the city, and then when he was vulnerable from the greeting, that is when they struck. Or it was somebody who was already within Altair's party as he was traveling to the city, but they waited for the chaos of killing him in the city to escape.
Just one thing, Tristan. I meant when I said arriving at the city, this battalion was arriving.
Oh no, I know. I'm talking about cause
Altair was killed by the stables. Yeah.
he was coming. Altair was coming back to the city when he died, right?
No, he was about to leave the city.
Oh. Okay,
Where was
never mind. That
Altair
changes
going?
things.
Wait, before Altair was murdered, where was he about to go?
From what I know, he was on his way to Vivasio on the morning of his death.
Where's that?
Vivasio is crap. Let me bring up the world map. If it's
More
on.
importantly, what is that? Like, significance?
We're all gonna die.
It is it's another city.
Okay.
I don't see it on the map actually.
It's not like a super important city, it's just a city.
Well, no, if you look at on the map to the right,
It's
on
in
the east side on the table.
Purgare, right?
Pugar.
Yeah, it's in the same area that we're in.
Okay. So it's not far. It's just like the next city over
No,
type
it's
thing.
the next city over.
Okay. What was his business going there?
Well, he wanted to talk to me. He said that he'd be on his he said that he'd be on his way, but he hadn't shown up, so I came here myself.
Well, this seems strange. Could it possibly be that either A, the Baptist contracted some sort of illness and required medical treatment and was seeking you for help, and then fell ill and died to the illness?
Seemed
Oh.
like a bit of an uproar just for a man to die of an illness.
I know. Which
But
is...
It could have been an
Might be
illness,
tied
though
in.
I don't know why the Baptist would have framed it as a murder.
maybe to hide something, possibly. I don't know. But
They are a mysterious bunch.
if, per se, we got you to Altair's body, would you be able to diagnose it?
Oh, I would be able to do an autopsy, or we'd be able to find out the cause of death, at least. But that is the next thing I was going to ask you. Right now, I'm conducting an investigation on these water towers here, but what would be helpful if you would be able to go up to the cemetery today and check his grave.
That can be done.
I'm currently
Um,
staying with some relatives in close by, so you'd be able to kind of like tells you where it is.
Okay. Also, Lucio. Remind me again. What's his relation to?
Altair.
Adopted
Altair.
son.
Right.
Adopted
Okay.
son.
Lucio. Does he normally have dealings with the apocalyptics?
Well, the apocalyptics are. Well, they do a lot of trading, from what I know.
From me,
So,
from what I've heard and seen, I think the apocalyptics do trade with about everybody.
Yeah, that's quite right.
I overheard him about getting some sort of package from the apocalyptics. But not to mention our apocalyptic friend here, as I just kind of glare over to Rascal, had to deliver something to the cloister.
Well, I wouldn't say it's exactly surprising, though I wouldn't know what they'd be sending over to them.
Nothing good, that's for sure.
And just lean back. I'd also like to investigate the woods now that the lockdown is over.
Is there a reason?
There's a couple. One, we saw some mysterious things on the way over, and it seemed a little strange out there. And second, I have heard rumors of bandits that I'm searching for, and if they are connected to this at all, I'd like to investigate.
Also, Black Tom. Black Tom.
Right, and the scrappers seem to have dipped from town and escaped into the forest, so I'd like to find out why they left and where they're going.
Wait, you're a smart man. You know about things, right?
Some, I guess.
I pull out the device. What is this?
This is interesting. Well, it does seem quite advanced, at least from what I've seen. I wouldn't be able to tell unless I was a chronicler, though. I'm mostly I'm a doctor. Are
there any of the gearheads nearby?
Chroniclers? No, I haven't seen one in Lucator.
Perfect.
afraid.
Right. Fine. I've tried pressing all these buttons. They don't do anything. Probably broken, but regardless. I just stuff it back in my pocket. Okay, we go look at the graves now.
Yes, no. I'll keep investigating here if that's all you've wanted.
Yes.
Alright, if you did look for us, we're staying at the Commission House, right? That's what it's called?
Yeah.
Commission
Yeah,
House.
Commission House. Alright. Hear me there?
I am here.
Alright.
I'm sitting here pondering in deep thoughts.
So, do you three want to go up to the cemetery then?
Yeah.
I have a feeling that... I'm just gonna say this in character, but it's also kind of speculative. I think maybe Altair was calling out that doctor for reasons related to those bloated wolves we saw.
What was he? Wait, what was he saying to the doctor again?
What do you mean?
Like, what was Altier? What was it? Not Altier. What was Lucio yelling at the doctor for again?
No, the doctor was yelling at Lucio.
Sorry.
And the doctor is basically being like, what do you mean you've already buried him?
Right. Okay. Never mind then.
It's like,
Yeah.
how am I supposed to conduct a
Yeah,
research on this
how's he supposed to do an autopsy if the body's already buried?
guy? Yeah.
Okay, then what's that to do with the bloated like wolf?
Well, no, I was saying the doctor was called here by Altair before Altair was even murdered.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking maybe Altair found out about these like weird infestations in the wildlife outside Lucator and wanted to call in a doctor to investigate.
I see.
That's my current. I think that's what it is. Either that, or Altair has some sort of illness, or knew somebody who needed treatment. But I doubt that to be the case, especially since it was very clear that he was murdered. And
Yes.
if he had an illness, I feel like the public or other people would have seen signs of it before he just dropped dead.
Truth. But we can't know for certain until we look at the body.
True.
All
All
right.
right.
So you three make your way up to the Baptist's grave in the cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
As you reach the cemetery, dusk is settling in, and you hear gusts of wind rustling through the canopy of leaves. As you approach the front gate, the iron fittings are open and creak in the wind. As you walk further in, the cemetery seems, well, quite empty. Most of the people who've been there had left for the day, but there are candles burning on graves. And as you look around, you actually notice that almost all the graves seem to have candles burning on them.
I really don't like digging up graves.
We are here to visit.
Right.
Remember?
Right, you know what? I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see this. I'm gonna wait out here by the gate. Yeah. And you just grimace and look away. Yeah, you do.
I kind of like a trot on all fours, just kind of start scrambling in, looking around.
Yeah, before we get to the dirty business of exhuming a corpse, I want to roll a perception check.
I'm not going in to dig around, but I'm just gonna go look around.
Sure, roll a perception check.
May I also roll perception?
Sure.
Like, if there's nobody about, we're gonna get this dude's corpse out of the ground and cover it back up and be like we were never here.
Yeah, and
3
I'm basically saying
successes,
I'll
2
stay by the
triggers.
gate and keep watch and tell you if anybody comes.
3 successes and 1 trigger.
As you all look around, as you two look around, you see absolutely no one inside the cemetery.
Ooh, free shit.
We're not here to loot. We're here for business.
Are there, out of curiosity, are there like offerings on?
There are some offerings on all
God.
the graves.
You're a horrible person.
lots of candles.
If you're gonna eat if you're gonna find some food and eat it, I'm gonna not walk near you.
No, I won't. Blythe wouldn't do that.
I was gonna say that's how you get fucking cursed. That's bad juju, man. Bad juju.
All right. But okay. There's no one here.
All right. Did anybody bring a shovel?
You did. You guys got a
I
shovel.
did.
You got a shovel from the scrapper's place, remember?
Oh, that's right.
It's technically on a noir, but I'm sure we can have this.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Now we've scoped it out. Is it bright outside? Dark outside? Are we lit by
It's-
lights?
Everything's lit around by candles, so it's fairly easy to see, but it's basically dark.
All right. I'm gonna blow out some more candles so it's a little bit darker where we are.
Well, first you must find the actual grave.
Oh, I would assume it'd be easy to see.
Roll int orienteering or int survival. Or
Survival, and what was
I
the
can
other
roll
option?
Survival.
Let's both roll survival.
or orienteering.
Orienteer. Nope, we're going with survival. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice on that one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes, 2 triggers.
The gravity's so low, the dice just flip out. That is 2
All right.
successes and 1 trigger.
Easily enough. Tristan,
Oh,
you're
no.
staying behind then?
Yeah, I'm
Three,
standing at the gate, just sort of leaning on my hammer, keeping an eye out to see if anybody
Oh.
comes up the road.
Yeah, before we go back any further, I'm just gonna be like, if someone's coming, use the signal. And I run away without explaining.
I'm
And
just
I-
gonna go with the flock signal. It's bird noises if you didn't catch my drift.
Okay, well, neither of you told this to me, and I'm the one keeping watch.
I go back to you who's keeping watch and
Well, I know,
say,
I know,
if
use the
anybody's-
signal, but I don't know the signal, and
Exactly.
Grim said, oh, we'll use the flock signal, but he didn't tell me, so I don't know what this signal is. I'm just gonna do something. Anyway, continuing.
Alright, so easily enough you two find the Altair's grave, and as opposed to the other stone mound graves, there's no moss or lichen on his grave yet,
It's
and
pronounced
the stones are loose.
Bent.
What?
It's pronounced lichen, you bint.
Lichen?
Yes.
Alright.
You've insulted the DM. Now misfortune is coming your way.
This is how we get cursed. Quick, burn incense and pray.
Yeah, burn incense and pray as you dig up a holy man's corpse.
It's a negative and a positive. They cancel each other out.
No, I say some nice words. I might not believe in what they believe in, but I understood this man had faith, so Rascal, says a silent. Our group doesn't really believe in gods and all that kind of stuff, but I say, I hope you found what you were looking for as I begin digging up the grave.
So
Because there's no
It's-
place for
you
gods.
can't
among
really
you
dig
heretics.
this with a shovel because there are. It's basically a rock grave.
Is it like a pile of rocks, or is it like a tomb?
Yeah, it's like
Oh shit.
fist-sized rocks. Like all the graves are like fist-sized rocks.
They gave him a prairie burial?
That's,
This will be easier than this. Anything. Alright, we're getting moving
Uh,
rocks. Just dook, dook.
As you to start to remove the first layer of rocks, it takes around only like 3 minutes, but you soon run into a problem.
Mhm.
As you remove the topmost layer of stones, you uncover a giant boulder that seems to cover all the grave.
They sealed
What?
it. Alright, I think I know how to get past this.
How?
Wait,
How strong are you?
Decently.
how big is this? I'm not there, but I'm just curious to how big this rock is.
I'm assuming it's a stone slab.
Well, yeah,
Roll int plus engineering.
Which one of us?
Either of you, if you want to figure out how hard it would be to
Nope.
take the.
I got a 2 dice. I got a 2.
You got twice
Ooh.
as much as I do.
And it's not even in engineering. Huh? Oh.
Oh.
All right, 2 monkeys.
You could go back to see if your companion would know, but
I'm just gonna use my. Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to run to the Raggedy Man.
All right.
Gonna...
Rascal's just gonna sit here with his lizard brain and think, lever make thing go up. So
I'm
just gonna start
back.
trying to shove the shovel underneath it and try to pry it up.
all right. So while Blythe goes to get Earl, Rascal, you try to push up on the stone slab. Could you roll either athletics or body and athletics or bod plus force for me?
2, 5, 6. That's 6 dice either way. Trigger, or no. 1 trigger, 1 success. Fuck, that was no good. It was a fail.
Alright. You try to push up the boulder, but it doesn't budge.
Damn, I'm gonna need help. Where'd that homeless woman go?
I just look back as I hear the trotting of life. Huh? What is it?
There's a boulder in the way. You go help. I watch.
Okay.
That's the sigh of a man defeated.
I'm just gonna kind of pop a squat and watch.
And I head over to where I see what's your name again? I always forget.
I'm gonna draw
Rascal.
dirt with
Rascal.
my spear.
As I make my way over to Rascal, and can I do some engineering roll to see how I might go about this?
Sure.
Break it with the hammer.
I could if I need to, but that's like last resort because
Yeah,
then we can't
we're
cover
trying
our
to
tracks.
Yeah, we want to look like we were never here.
2 failures and 2 successes.
Alright. 2 successes is good enough. As you judge the size of this boulder, you guesstimate that it would take at least 10 ox to move this thing.
I like that boulder. That's a nice boulder.
Thank you, Donkey.
I just.
And the weight of the boulder has probably crushed everything beneath it completely.
This might as well be a tomb. This thing ain't moving. That, like, at the very least, what we could do is, like, chip away at it until we can break it up enough until we can get into whatever underneath it, but that's going to be loud and take a lot of time.
I got an idea. Listen to this. Instead of going through the top
Go underneath.
or from the side,
Only issue with that is this thing is heavy as fuck. So if
we dig underneath it, it might just crush what we're trying to get at.
yep.
God. Fuck. Why is nothing easy?
Part of me thinks it might already be crushed, unless they put them in a rather sturdy casket.
I highly doubt they'd want to smush their holy man into a fine paste.
Maybe if they're trying to cover something up.
That is a possibility. You don't normally... I mean, I can understand why they do this to prevent grave robbers and such, but still, that's a big boulder.
You know, people like us.
We're not grave robbers.
They did this exactly so that we couldn't do this thing, but we're gonna try and do it anyway.
suddenly you hear a loud buzzing noise above your heads.
I look up.
Mhm.
As you look up, you see a palm-sized drone fighting against the wind. A gust of wind around 10 meters above you.
Oh,
Uh,
fuck.
It seems its engines are whirring at full power before it arcs over the wall and crashes behind the wall of a cemetery in a wide arc.
Go get that.
Could you guys roll a combo of psi reaction and instinct perception for me?
All right, I'll roll the
Uh,
reaction real quick.
What's a combo?
You need to roll 2 things to get it.
Okay.
So roll psi reaction first.
Psi reaction first.
Yep.
So I got 2 triggers, 4 successes.
I got 1 success I got 1 success for my reaction.
I got 1 success, 1 trigger, 1 fail.
All right.
And I got 2 successes on my what was it? It was perception.
Well, Piney, you okay? Yeah. All right.
Sorry. Alright.
I got. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
All right. And then Tristan, can you roll?
I
Perception?
got nothing. I failed on my perception.
All right. So
I did
Grim,
not.
you're the only one who. Okay, Rascal. As you turn around, you quickly see the drone fly overhead and crash behind the wall behind you. And how many triggers did you get
1.
in perception?
No, in reaction.
Did you get any in perception?
None in perception, but I got 3 successes and only 1 fail out of my 4 dice.
As you look towards the over the wall, or towards the broken wall, you see you can make out a silhouette behind it. When the silhouette notices that you're looking right at him, he turns around and runs.
You
I
get
just
that?
slapped
I'll
the
cover
judge
this
on the
up.
All right, and I just take off a running, and I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna punch knife him.
Do I see them running?
All of you notice.
I just go,
Rascal
caw,
sprinting towards your-
caw.
I just start hard, caw, caw, and I'll just start running toward them.
And I start
As
just
you
like
see
shoving
Rascal
the rocks.
Naruto running.
I just start
Yeah.
shoving the rocks back on top of the boulder, not really trying to make it look neat, just enough that it's like kind of covered.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long that's gonna take, but I'll let Blythe and Rascal handle the silhouette.
Yeah, I'm running.
You're not following them?
You're covering our tracks. I'm following Shadow Man, and then Homeless Lady is following me.
So Tristan, you're not following.
No, I'm gonna make sure I cover our tracks first.
We don't want to be discovered because
All
I'm
right.
pretty sure this is a heretical crime, and we would be crucified for it.
All right.
I don't want to get crucified.
Wait, isn't the Anabaptist cross upside down? So does that mean they crucify you upside down?
Yes.
Good to know.
So not only are you crucified, all the blood's rushing to your head.
And then they slit your throat and you die real fast.
Oh no, I don't want to die like that.
And then your blood like
Please
a
cover
pig.
our tracks.
Alright, it would be me and Grim are running.
All right.
And I began running.
I started running.
As you two chase after the dark silhouette. Let's see here. The dark silhouette seems to have at least a small head start on you guys, but you start to catch up relatively quickly as you both enter the woods, basically, that is behind the cemetery. Running full sprint between the trees, it's quite hard to see and quite hard to move. Could you? I'll roll
Body
agility
athletic.
plus mobility.
Quick
Ah.
question.
Yes.
Is this color like woods on the map?
The dark is the
Yeah,
dark
like
brown.
the dark brown is woods. Okay, just double checking.
Three successes. All of them are triggers.
I got
Ooh.
3 successes.
All right. Rascal, you barely enough are able to navigate through the unfamiliar terrain and jump over the roots. And Blythe, you seem easily enough. You're also able to run through. So as you continue chasing the silhouette, suddenly, actually, could you roll? Or suddenly it turns around and throws something at the ground behind it.
Granada!
Granada!
What do you do?
What did he throw on the ground?
You can't tell. It's dark. He
It's dark
throws
and
something
spooky.
around the size of a rock at his feet,
Oh no.
right behind him.
I'm
That's-
I'm just gonna be like, stop running, and I'm gonna pull out the pistol and shoot for a leg.
All right, you're gonna shoot at him.
I'm gonna roll mobility and agility
All right.
and run the fuck around whatever he threw.
Agility plus
Or what-
mobility.
Or should I go agility and dexterity and kind of leap away? Your choice, DM.
You can roll either bod plus athletics or agility plus mobility.
We'll go bod athletics because I got a lot of athletics.
Jump around.
Jump around.
And Piney, could you roll? You have a minus 3d to
nice.
shoot.
Oh, I need to reroll then.
I got a trigger and 2 successes and
baby.
2 failures.
That's the shit. 3 successes, 1 trigger.
Very nice.
All right.
So that deals 10 points of damage.
Let's see here.
Aiming for a leg.
Well, I guess your 9mm pistol does just do more damage than a sledgehammer slapping somebody.
I mean,
I just
Well, a
find it
sledgehammer does a
interesting.
lot of damage, but one's a gun.
Fair enough.
Guns are pretty top of the line for hurting things. They're designed to kill animals. Sledgehammer's designed to break chunks of rock.
how much damage?
10 points.
Did you factor in the trigger?
Yep.
You blow his fucking knee out.
All right. So you shoot, and you seem to, the flash of the muzzle. Yes. Sorry.
Lights up
So-
the entire wood line.
As you fire your shot, the flash of the muzzle, Rascal, you're able to see the thing that the silhouette threw on the ground, and it seems to be some metallically shaped ball. Blythe, as you fire your shot, you see the silhouette stagger, but continue moving.
I shot him in the leg.
Continue moving on.
Okay.
And what do you roll, Grim, for your?
Oh, I rolled
4
2
triggers.
triggers and 2 successes and 2 fails.
All right, Rascal. As you notice the metallic object hit the ground, you pivot 45 degrees to the right and jump over a large tree root in your way, rolling on the ground and running around in an arc around it. Then 2 seconds later, Blythe and Rascal, you hear a loud pop and a bang as the as smoke envelops your vision in front of you.
It was a smoke grenade?
Huh. All right.
Motherfucker thinks he's a ninja.
I'd like you to roll instinct plus orienteering.
Okay.
I didn't take anything
I should
in
also mention, I
orienteering.
don't know how long it's going to take me to catch up, but as soon as I hear a gunshot, I'm going to stop what I'm doing and pick up my hammer and run towards it.
All right, you're basically done with the rocks.
You just
And
hear a little
the
pop in
gunshot
the back.
allows you to figure out which direction they are.
I got 3 successes and 1 trigger.
All right. Angrim.
I got 1 success.
As you two run through the smoke and suddenly you're faced with absolutely nothing. As you look around, you don't see the silhouette anymore.
Fuck. Do I see Blythe?
Blythe is standing right next to you.
Y'all ever been bow hunting?
Yeah.
That's what I was about to say. Did you hit him? Did you hit him? Blythe. Smack. Pay attention.
Tiny?
He's dead.
Hello?
There he is.
Sorry about that. What did you say, Grim?
I said, did you hit him?
Yeah, in the leg. Keep running.
Where? Which direction?
I just point forward.
Oh, all right.
All right.
It's not over yet.
You two keep running forwards for about 2 to 3 minutes, but or actually, you keep running forwards, and 3 minutes later, you still see no sign of him.
If you hit him, look for some blood.
I was about to say, is there no blood trail?
What you can't see, it's dark out. If you want to
Oh.
look for a blood trail, you can.
I'll look for a blood trail.
I will also look for a blood trail.
So do you just not want to say that you two ran forwards then?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's our bad.
All right. Do you have anything?
I
to
forgot it
produce
was
light?
dark out. I do not.
Grim.
Whoop. What am I supposed to roll? I didn't hear it.
Do you have anything to produce light?
Light? No. I have nothing. I assume we must be able to see somewhat. Is it pitch black? Is there...
It's
Moonlight?
basically like dark. Like
All right, yeah, I have nothing
can-
to see.
Do we leave?
Oh, no, we can't leave.
suddenly you hear leaves crunching up from behind you.
I just whip back with the pistol.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Oh,
As you see
you raggedy
Earl
man.
approach.
What happened? I heard the gunshot.
I shot someone.
We can't find the blood trail, though. It's too damn dark.
It's not like I carry a torch on me.
You got a lighter? Matches?
Do I have a lighter or tinderbox or matches or anything like that?
Unless you have one in your inventory, I wouldn't say so. Unless
Well.
your character is like an avid smoker.
Well, worst case scenario, I've got some black powder.
You could roll perception to look around if you want.
I would like to do that. If anything, I'll look around for some fire starting material.
I'm gonna look for a trail.
All right.
What's the minus D to this?
Minus 3.
Okay.
3D.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for.
It's gloomy outside. That's what I'd say.
I'm gonna try to make a fire.
Okay. 2 successes, 1 trigger.
2 successes, 1 trigger. All right. Grim.
What would I roll to make fire?
Survival, instinct, and survival.
I
Three,
mean,
four,
and I
five.
just pull out my musket and the flintlock mechanism. We can make a spark with this.
Oh, perfect. Make this a hell of a lot easier than having to rub things together. Oh. That is 3 triggers.
All right, easily enough, you're able to start a small fire on the ground.
All right, let's get some makeshift torches here.
I just tear a part of my pant leg off and wrap it around a fucking branch.
And
And what-
I take out my whiskey flask and I dump some whiskey on the cloth.
That's good thinking. High five later. Strike the torch. Raise it up. I
and
assume
Blythe.
this took us like five
Yes.
minutes or so, maybe 10.
It took you about 5 minutes, I'd say.
But yes.
So you're walking around looking for a trail, correct?
Yeah,
Mhm.
blood.
What do you get on your perception check?
2 successes, 1 trigger.
All right. You do not find any blood. However, as you're walking around, you suddenly feel something tug at your ankles, and you hear the sound of a gunshot right to your right.
Oh?
Someone triggered a snare trap.
Oh,
Uh,
no.
As you pat yourself down, you realize that you weren't actually hit with anything, but you seem to have stepped into something.
I squint real hard. What have I stepped into?
As you look at the ground, you're able to see a small wire.
Oh, shit.
I just kind of trace it. What does it connect to?
You trace the wire 3 feet to your right as you find a small contraption, which where there are several trip wires right above the ground, kind of in with the contraption in the center, and the wire goes to a coiled spring where a packet of bullet casings are wrapped in the wire.
Hmm.
So
It's just a noise. Does it seem like it's meant to hurt someone, or is it just a noisemaker?
It's just a noisemaker.
Shit.
Shit. What was that?
And I'm guessing
I just yelled, "That was me!
What was it?
It was a noisemaker!"
Well, fuck, hide.
I just hit the dirt.
all right.
I yell back to Rascal. We don't have time to hide. We gotta look for this guy.
Fuck, you're right. All right. With the torch, I begin looking for a blood trail.
All right. Roll perception for me.
I'm gonna roll a perception and probably fuck it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Worst detectives ever. That's a fail. Fuck.
Wait, is a
ass,
4 a
fuck.
fail?
No,
No.
but it's not enough. It's just a fail overall.
Well,
you
how
had-
many successes did you get?
1 out of 4.
You're unable to find any blood trails.
Ah, damn it.
Quick, Lawman, use your detective skills.
Grim, I've got a perception of 1.
Hey,
Wait, I can look. I come over with the assistance of the torch and look around.
we're terrible, but this is fun.
All right. Roll perception for me, Piney.
There we go. 4 successes, 2 triggers.
You're unable to find anything.
What?
You sure you hit him?
Yes. Positive.
Damn it.
As you're walking around again, can you roll orienteering for me?
Oh no. Oh
No.
no.
Now we're just fucking lost in the woods. Tristan seems to have indigestion.
Oh, that's normal.
Oh, shit.
that burp
3
smells
successes,
bad.
1 trigger.
Oh no. Tristan's
As
rotting
you're
from the
wandering
inside.
around through the undergrowth, you stop yourself right before you step on another tripwire trap, like the
Ooh.
one from before.
Okay. We're close to something. I'm gonna proceed forward cautiously.
I'm gonna follow behind, I guess.
You should load that flintlock there, lawman.
I don't want to have to fire it if I don't have to.
Well, it's better to have it ready and then not need it, and then need it and not have it ready.
Alright, I guess I'll load my my musket.
I keep the torch away from the fucking the powder
Flintlock.
bag. But I provide light so we can actually do it with your powder horn.
So what are you doing?
I loaded my musket.
Yep.
All right.
And we're following our seeing eye dog, because apparently we're all blind.
Well, you have no idea which direction the
Well,
silhouette
We're just
has
heading
taken,
in a
yeah.
direction.
yeah, we're going in the direction of wherever that noisemaker was, because it was placed there by somebody.
All right. The noisemaker wasn't like on a trail or anything. It was just in the woods. And Blythe, you almost stepped on another one.
Okay, well, I'll keep looking around the area because these have to be here for a reason, and
Yeah.
if not, then our friend here placed them rather quickly somehow.
With your current searches, you find 2 more sound makers, but in your immediate area, there's nothing else around you from what you can find.
Do they seem to be like in a circle around each other, or like sequentially, or are they?
They're in a line, more like, and they're not immediately next to each other either.
Okay,
There's
so
some
they're in
spacing between them.
like a line of some kind.
Yeah.
If I had to
If you
guess,
want,
this
you
was
can
his escape
inspect them.
route. He
Let's follow
probably set these up beforehand so that he could fall back to.
If you want to, you can inspect them too. But...
Sure.
All right. Roll int plus engineering. Any of you can do this too.
Maybe I should be doing this.
Yeah, maybe you should.
What are we rolling?
Engineering.
Go get him, lawman.
Alright, 3 successes.
All right. As you look over the tripwire trap, strangely enough, the casings themselves look quite weathered, and the trap itself is, well, the make of it is quite clear that it wasn't made by a chronicler or a scrapper, and it seems just too primitive, and primitive compared to what the your silhouette friend has been using recently.
This is looking more like Clanner tech than anything. Not Scrapper. This must Yeah, this is unrelated. I don't...
Well, I guess there's a lot of folk out in these woods we should be wary of.
Maybe this has to do with the bandits I'm investigating.
Should we keep pressing?
I don't know if wandering around in the dark in the middle of the woods is the best idea.
Well, it's not dark.
Yes, it is.
I still have a torch.
Okay, Grim, I guess because we have a torch lit, it is daytime now.
Oh, well, it's not. It's dark outside, but we can see.
I mean, you can't
We're about
see.
30 feet.
Yeah, you can't see more than 30 feet ahead of you.
Oh, the big piss babies don't have your dark vision. You start freaking out.
I know you get dark vision.
Nobody's a paler.
No one's a pale. I say we push on, but that's just me. He's got to be somewhere in these woods, otherwise he wouldn't have ran out here.
Look, now we know there is a third party out here in the woods, and they know we're here. And we don't know where they are.
Are you saying we should
I'm
wait till
saying
tomorrow?
I'm saying we're in a very vulnerable position here. We have
Well,
little to no information to work off of, but our enemies know everything about where we are and what we're doing.
This is true.
Raggedy Man's right. We should double back.
I'd like to push forward, but I feel like we're not going to accomplish much. Besides possibly getting in a worse situation than we already are in.
Mhm.
All right.
Alright then. I say we head back then.
Let's head back to town. We've learned some things tonight. That's what matters. That we're all alive.
Well, whoever that was saw our faces trying to disturb a dead man. So they know we're interested in what we were. They probably know what we were doing.
Right.
If you catch my drift.
Wait. What about that drone? Did we ever find that?
No, we did not.
No, I was going to go after it, but then I saw the man operating it. I just took off. Not my brightest decision.
Let's look for the drone. Then we can head back. That's not a bad idea. Let's head back to the cemetery, look behind the broken wall, see if there's any sign of where it landed.
Mhm.
All right. And we clean up anything we left behind so it looked like we were never there.
It's mostly cleaned up by now for me. But
Good.
Good.
So you're gonna go back and look for the drone.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Roll. You can easily
more
enough.
specifically, they are, because I am not a perception man.
Grim. Oh, you all make your way back to the cemetery, and Grim.
Do I remember
easily
the-
enough, you can remember, yeah, where the
Awesome.
where it landed. Could you roll perception for me?
I
All of you,
can't.
or just the two of you?
Mm-hmm. Okay. 4 successes, 1 trigger.
I got 1 success, 1 trigger.
All right, we need to like standardize this. Do we say successes and triggers separate, or is it 4 successes, 1 of them is a trigger?
That's what I've been going off of.
That's what I've been doing as well, but Grim is not doing it that way.
I like it the way you guys do it because I'd like to know how many successes in all and how many of them are triggers.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Okay. Just wanted to clear that up, because I was confused, because I saw
I was-
Grim's
I've
roll.
I've been thinking that in the back of my head, but I was like, they're probably doing it the same way, right?
What was wrong with the way I was saying it? It still makes sense.
Yeah,
it
it's
makes
just,
me think that. Yeah.
it makes Ubi think that you have worse rolls than you actually do.
Yeah. I guess you're right.
So Grim rolled 2 successes, 1 of them is a trigger.
Yes.
All right. So, yeah, Blythe. After looking around for maybe like 3 minutes, you're able to find the palm-sized drone. sitting just in the grass.
Ooh.
And as you pick it up, you notice that part of it is like cracked and it's no longer like running. But as you inspect it, it seems quite advanced. It's out of character. The only way I can describe its shape, it's shaped like a fidget spinner.
Right.
With with 3 motors.
So it's like a
on each end of
tricopter?
it. Yeah, it's like a tricopter, and it's about the size of your hand. And you see a small camera at the base of it.
Alright, hang on. I'll be back. I need to use the restroom.
I also needed to use the restroom, so I'm also going to
All
take
right, we'll
this
take a
chance.
break.
All right.
We'll take a break.
I will be right back then. I will go get a drink.
All right.
Alright, I'm back.
Hello, I am back.
Hello.
So, Tristan, what are your theories?
I'm sticking with my theory of why the doctor was called out. I think that's pretty solid. I think the traps were probably set by clanners and tribal people that are just in the woods around here. The scrappers might have been the one who was investigating us.
Yeah, I'm thinking possibly on that one.
And
Especially
then,
how one of them that we've talked to has just disappeared off the face of the earth.
yeah.
No sign of a struggle, nothing stolen.
My guess is that the drone guy is Scrapper guy. And then there could be some sort of cover-up within the government of Anabaptists and all that, but that's no guarantee, because it could also just be that they have some weird traditions that, like, say, that give them reason to bury him really fast and then also put a giant rock on him.
Well, the giant rock thing, I kind of understand.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, for any burial, you know, keep out grave robbers and such.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my running theory is, though, I still have no idea who done it. No indication whatsoever. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially this session, I have far more questions to ask than I've had answered.
But we also had quite a few questions answered, too.
Yeah. Well, now we have some authority. We can actually, you know, really investigate now.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think. That's the thing. The biggest problem is that we don't know of any suspects. Because
No.
we have yet to find somebody who has reason to kill him.
Well, now that we've been spied on, and we chased after someone, and we shot them. Oh no. Well, if anything, we could say it was in self-defense. They threw a shiny thing. We thought it was a grenade.
I mean, it was.
Well, it was a smoke grenade. I thought it was like a fragmentation grenade or an HE grenade. That would have been a bad time.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, we're gonna have to come back out to the woods and like poke around for a bit.
I'm really suspect of the scrappers. The scrappers are our biggest suspect right now.
Yeah.
Just,
I'm suspectful of everybody right now.
I don't think, like, Lucio could be the one, but I don't really think it's him.
No. I'm not picking anybody to be or one of the groups to be the bad guy, but I don't trust any of them. They all might have ulterior motives we just don't know yet.
Yeah.
Hell, his own people might have wanted him dead.
I doubt it.
I doubt it too, but you never know. I think this is why I'm a bad investigator. I suspect everyone.
You gotta narrow things down, Grim.
I know, but I usually wait to find something that points the way towards someone.
But the only way to find something that points somewhere is to narrow down and investigate your narrowed down options.
I know. I don't know. The easiest answer is the most suspicious answer in these sort of things. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I get what you're saying. I'll be right back.
I bet you did it.
I wish. It'd mean it'd be easy to solve.
Exactly.
You killed him or poisoned him and then left town as an alibi. It was slow acting. You put it in his tea.
Yeah, but I think our best chance is to take the drone back, go to the commission house, sleep for tonight, and then investigate the woods tomorrow.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Because wandering in the dark is not gonna end well, I don't think.
Nah, we'll probably stumble upon a booby trap that'll kill us, or be ambushed by a group of dudes, or...
Eh?
And by that noise, I think the booby traps were a good indication. Oh no, you stepped in a bear trap. Hello.
Hello.
I'm back. Oh,
You okay?
yeah. It was not
Alright.
pleasant. What has happened?
I was wondering if that
Nothing.
what was happening. Are you gonna make it?
I'm fine. Tummy hurt.
Mm.
What
But
did
what's-
Claire do to you?
What's going on?
Claire poisoned your food, didn't she?
She
wants
also
the-
killed the pontiff.
She wants the life insurance. All
Alright.
right. So yeah, we just paused. So
Oh,
you just found
sorry.
the 3 motor drone
The fidget spinner drone, yeah.
Tricopter.
tricopter.
Don't call it a fidget spinner drone, please.
It's a fidget
Okay,
spinner.
never mind. It's not a tricopter. It's a fidget spinner drone.
Thank you. Okay.
You're all monsters. No. But no, before you got back, we were discussing we're probably just gonna go back, sleep for a night, and wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Should we take the drone with us?
Yes.
Yeah, let's just take it back to the commission house. Investigate it back in the light.
Okay.
All right. So you're still up by the cemetery, and you make your way back to the commission house. And by the time you make your way all the way down and back through here to the commission house, and by the time you get there, you find a note on the door from Dana saying, "I don't know where you guys are, but I've already left for the night, and that there's food inside if you want any." And by now it's past midnight.
How nice.
I'm just gonna have a quick bite and then get to bed.
I'm gonna wait for those two to eat and wait a few minutes. Then I'm gonna eat. Rascal's getting paranoid.
Oh no. You think one of them killed them?
Dana,
No.
Dana's behind it all.
Yeah,
it's
it's all
just
Dana.
that food's been sitting there unattended for hours. Who knows who's had access? Rascal's getting paranoid, so he's gonna wait a little bit, and then if they're fine, then eat.
Okay.
Alright. So, yeah, and if you want, you can just go to bed for the night.
Yep.
Or you can do something else. Who knows?
I will go to the bed for the night.
You all are good for sleeping then?
I get ready for bed, and then I jam a chair under the door.
You all sleep in the same room.
We're all in this together. Jam's door.
Alright.
Right then.
Alright. So, night passes as you all wake up a bit later than usual. And you make your way downstairs where you meet Dana, who is already preparing food for you all.
Good morning, Dana.
Hello. You all seem to have been out late last night.
Yeah.
Oh. Don't stay out too late, I guess. It can be quite dangerous, but either way, I have food prepared for you, and if you need anything, just tell me.
That's so kind of you. Thank you.
Well, now what?
I guess we'll start with investigating the drone.
Well, who the hell would we even go to that we trust? Like, hey, look at the thing we found.
I mean, I can
We
take a
need
look
to
at it.
find the scrappers.
I mean, I can take a look at it at least.
Take a look. Maybe you can understand these doohickeys better than I can.
Did we ever figure out where the scrappers went? Or
No, we just know they left. We don't know how
We
they
were
got out
kinda-
of the city
Well,
either.
it was only the one scrapper.
Yeah. And we were kind of speculating they might have headed into the woods.
Alright. What should I roll? Engineering?
Well, you've already inspected it, so as you look at it, same as before, the one motor is slightly cracked and damaged and twisted at an angle, but it's a sleek black drone the size of your hand, and at the bottom there seems to be a small camera.
Is there like a panel on the camera I could open up or anything like that?
There, I guess, is a panel you can open up, yes.
Is there like an SD card or something equivalent to that in it, I'm guessing?
Not from what you can tell. You don't really understand what you're looking at.
Alright.
It's too advanced, but you
Well,
can open up the panel and you see electrical workings.
well, it's a camera drone. And I just sort of shrug and set it back on the table. Can't tell you much more than that, though.
Well, whoever was watching us knows what we look like now.
What should we do then?
Whoever was watching us has a very clear gunshot wound.
Yes, they do.
Maybe we could find someone in town to take a look at that drone for us.
I was thinking the scrappers would, but they're all gone.
Yeah. Maybe there's someone else here in town, someone left. Maybe a local body who knows a little bit.
Very well. Maybe we should ask around about where the scrappers could have gone as well.
You all
Yeah.
hear a knock on the door
Oh,
as Dana walks up and opens the front door.
Rascal visibly tenses.
As a bald ascetic with a broken front tooth and a goatee walks in the doorway. Good day to you all.
hello.
Just so you all know, the emissary is receiving guests today, just in case you have any questions. Look at him, and he's obviously in a bad mood as he then points to the window next to the doorway where you can see just dense clouds outside overhead towards the cloister. It's gonna be nasty weather today. You better hurry up if you want to climb the slope with dry feet.
Then we should get going that way, shouldn't we?
We should. I finish up my breakfast. Alright, I'm full.
Alright.
Alright.
We're going to the cloister. Right?
Yep.
Okay. Double check.
No, we're going into the woods.
Going in them there weeds.
Into the woods. They're punch boy.
Yes.
But no, who are we going to go see again? It's the head of the house, right?
The emissary. If you want to go up to the cloister, you'd be talking to the emissary, who is Altair's wife.
Ah. Oh, this would be good. Yes. So I for a brief moment I forgot who the hell the emissary was.
That we go there now.
All right. All right. You three make your way up to the cloisters. The clouds overhead seem to get worse. Give me a minute. There you go. So, as you all are making your way past the market square, you see a large crowd gathered in front of a stage.
I stop.
You see a man up top, shouting that
What's he
Uh,
shouting?
do you want to go see?
Yes. Yes.
Mm.
The
I'm
three of you
intrigued.
make a small detour and walk towards the crowd as you can hear what he is yelling about. The demiurge haunts you, the man at the top says. He resides in your hearts. The Anabaptists have tainted the waters of life and invited the harbinger of hell to dine at your tables. As you walk up and get a closer look, you see a skinny, half-naked man standing on the stage of the market square, preaching with two bloody scourges in his hands.
What's a scourge?
If you look at the picture, you can see
What picture?
above Tristan.
What?
Above Tristan's area.
Oh, 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 oh,
Oh.
oh.
Oh no. He's
He's
a
a flagell-
flagellant. Hey, we both know.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Where was I? 6 disciples are standing below the stage, kneeling around him and mimicking his every moves as they continually whip their backs and arms,
Jesus.
peeling the skin from their bodies in bloody stripes. They're all cut up in a craze, and their eyes of the preacher shimmer with excitement, while the audience stands there, listens, and gapes their mouths. The Baptist was the first sign. The hellhound has spit its spittle at the unbelievers. You all perish from its tainted breath, just like your leader, if you don't repent. As he raises the scourges again and hits his back. He then turns towards the cloister up at the mountain where clouds gather overhead. Come on out, you abomination. Face the sin you've smitten your people with, so we may cast you into the dust and flay you. Show yourself that we can take your eyes and strap you with hot iron. After he says this, another wave of murmurs travels throughout the crowd as some of them put their hands together to pray.
We should leave.
We should leave.
Yeah. Let's go.
Start making our way out.
Just slowly walking away. Don't want to draw the attention of the crazy guy.
It's quite a large crowd. As you start to make your way out, you hear a commotion up on the stage as a couple of ascetics have seem to have got enough of this man's show and demand that the crowd stops listening to him. Suddenly the city guards approach and grabs the flagellant by his arms and starts to pull him off as you hear him scream. See, the serpent tries to hide its septic pus. Look at how they're ashamed in their garment of false skin. They have to put our jaws in iron to avoid drowning in the truth pouring from our throats. As many of the Anabaptists seem visually shocked. and by then you could stop hearing what the preacher says as you keep moving on.
Something tells me that if we do not solve this problem quickly, others might befall it.
People run scared.
Having a killer run about a monk and still be out and ready to kill again definitely isn't good for the people's minds.
Alright. As you three near the cloister, it's around noon and the air is noticeably colder than you've felt as you've been up there before. The west gate towers above you, and guards patrol the battlements of the rooftops. As you approach the gate opens and Lucio emerges from it, flanked by 2 city guards, which you recognize from the Bleeding Ram from a couple days ago that you had a confrontation with.
Oh no.
Wait, were these the orgiastics or the guards that we helped?
These are orgiastics.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Both of them seem to be like averting their eyes towards you.
Well, as long as they know their place.
You must be, as Lucio looks at you coolly, you must be here to have an audience with the emissary.
And we
Yes.
are?
Yep.
Well, if you want to meet her, you can follow me. But one thing first. You'll need to hand over any weapons or anything else that you have on you.
Fine. I suppose that's okay.
Alright, yeah. Here you go.
I'll give up all of my weapons.
I ain't got nothing on me. I'm a pacifist.
Is that what you say?
Yep. Because my weapon has camo 4S.
As Lucia just looks over you, and the guards pat you down. So wait, your thing's hidden, Grim?
Yeah, it's a blade bracelet.
So it's like an Assassin's Creed
Yeah,
dagger.
it's made to look like jewelry or an accessory.
And it's camouflaged, you say?
Yep. Camo 4S.
I'm not exactly sure what that means because
If I remember off the top of my head, 4S means it takes
4 successes to detect it.
Yep.
All right. Well, they're gonna pat you down.
All right.
I hand over my weapons.
Roll this.
It's just a hammer and the musket.
I hand over my club, my sling, my pistol, both my bear traps, my spear, my bow, and the sword.
We have like one item things you just drop like a pile.
They're all slinged on my back. I am.
You shake your pant leg, a Dillinger falls out.
And they pat you down, Rascal, and they do not find your hidden blade.
See? Pacifist.
Alright, you can get your stuff back later. Then he leads you into the cloister. You make your way through a courtyard and into the audience room, where you walk into just a large chamber made out of crude stone blocks. And waiting there also is Carmina, this battalion.
Hello again.
Give me a second. I don't have the character pieces set up. This is... All right. So, you meet Carmino, who stands there and greets you and gives you a wink, which seems to surprise Lucio. He then, kind of gathers you around him in the waiting area and says, "All right, I don't want any of you to say a word about our little investigation."
Very well.
Just nod.
I nod.
Sounds good. Seconds later, Lucio opens up the door and allows the four of you into the chambers. And waiting there, you see a tall woman and two orgiastic guards standing at her sides. Orgiastic guards. And she introduces herself as Neva. She looks over to Carmino and says, "So you've come to ask me about my husband's death?" And the Spitalian answers, "Why was my equipment taken from me? My time and my work are too valuable to be wasted on your Anabaptist protocol." Lucio chimes in after hearing this. "You're on holy ground, Spitalian. We don't answer your rules in Vivacio either." "Well, then why was Altair burned so quickly and without an autopsy?" Camino says, as Neva looks over at him and quietly says, "According to tradition, he should have been laid out. The cut, however, was too deep. It would have been undignified to display a great man like a butchered animal. This way his glory is enhanced. His end was just as memorable as his life. Why was his grave hidden without a plaque or a name and covered up?" Lucio then answers him, "Flayers are grave robbers. I don't want to see my father's corpse turned into a relic at the hands of a madman, understood? Then why did Altair want to come to me on this fateful morning?" Neva shrugs. "You want me to speak of my husband's ailments in front of strangers? All right. The last months have been hard on him. Since his return from Franca last winter, his strength has failed him. He suffered from fevers and restlessness. Do you want to... I'll have you guys roll perception.
Perception.
I'm not even gonna bother rolling because I only have one die.
Yeah.
So
Justin, you don't need to roll perception.
I was gonna say you might get lucky and get a trigger.
Well, triggers don't...
3 successes, 2 triggers.
Oh, alright. 2 of them are triggers?
Yes.
Alright, good.
Three successes. One of them is a trigger.
All right. You two notice as she talks about Altair's ailments. Her two orgastic guards look at each other, slightly bewildered after hearing her answer. Well, no matter. Oh, sorry.
Actually, no. Let her speak.
Carmino, after hearing this, well, no matter how he was feeling, I should still have been able to do an autopsy on his body. You didn't need to show it to the general public, but if you want to find a killer, I'd be your best bet. One second. And then Neva says, "We have everything handled here. We don't need meddling of a third party, especially since this was a murder." Carmino walks towards him. "Just so you know, I don't believe much of what you say, and whatever's happened here, I'll figure it out." And after this, he storms out of the room, and Lucio sends the two guards after him.
I'm going to make my way out there as well. I just say to you two stay.
Okay.
Standing in this room is the most awkward thing.
It's like being over your friend's house when their parents are fighting.
It's like, should I go home? No, it's fine.
All right. So, who should I go with first?
Go with the people in the room first, since.
All right.
Yeah.
After Carmino storms out of the room, Neva turns to you two. "Well, it seems we're all alone." She stares at you.
Yeah.
You should have you should have a ring that permits your presence here.
Yeah.
I just silently pull mine out.
Well, there was only one who had it.
Oh, then that'd be the lawman.
No, that would be Noir.
Well, the Noir would have given it to you.
Yep, Noir gave
Noir
it.
gave it to you.
Okay.
Yeah. I wasn't trusted enough to hold on to it.
Neva walks up to you, Earl, and puts a hand on your shoulder. Ennio, that old git has already lulled you with his cock and bull stories, has he? All his life, he wanted to be like my husband, but he never had what it took. Look at him decaying down there in his family vault." And then she turns over to Lucio. "How many years separate him and that bitch from Bergamo?" And Lucio looks slightly flustered. 30. And then never turns back around. Ennio tries to flee from death, to erect a memorial for himself that he's not entitled to have. The old man forges alliances with all types of scum just to garner a few advantages. Only Ennio's men could have surprised Altair.
Well, what I just heard you say was he forges alliances with scum, and he happened to have forged alliance with me, so are you calling me scum?
Well, he just forges alliances with anyone he sees as beneficial, but when I say scum, I mean those Africans and that Lombardi woman.
Rascal's slightly hurt.
Are you African, Grim?
No, but I work with those people. They're quite nice.
Lucio adds one more thing. To cover up his deed, he even offers sanctuary to those flayers that create confusion. So if you're looking for culprits, you're in the wrong place here. In the cloister, if you're looking for culprits, you're in the wrong place. Just like that Spitalion. The real trail leads right to that House Benesato and the Lombardi Serpent.
Well, okay. Ah, man, how do I say this? Let's just say you yourself just right now, by being so adamant about who the culprit is, have made yourself very suspicious. I'm not saying you did anything, but I'm curious now. So you said it was a cut wound, a rather deep wound?
Yes, my husband was cut on the throat. But how he died didn't matter. Who killed him is the real question.
Well, I'm just kind of curious. What kind of stage was your husband in that caused him to be all alone with his murderer? Because if he wasn't alone, there must have been a witness, right?
Well, he was alone. It was early morning, and he was getting ready to make his way to Vivasio to meet that Spitalion over there.
And he was planning on heading out alone.
No, of course not. He was just alone at the moment. Now, I wasn't there, so I don't exactly know what happened. But I will not... sorry. But I will not... sorry, 1 second. I gotta think here.
It's okay. Just big brain moments.
Well, I know. I gotta make up. This isn't part of the...
We're going off script.
Yeah.
We
Sorry,
always go off.
We're going a little off script. He was alone at the moment, but he would have had guards with him, and he himself, while he was feeling ill, there were guards in the area. So, I'm sure the only person who would have been able to have enough influence to get to him was that Ennio man.
Well, I wouldn't rule out him as the only possibility, but I do admit he is a high possibility. I hear lots of talk about him being the one who did it, but very little concrete evidence pointing towards him.
And who would you say killed him then?
Oh, I don't know. There's a lot of people who have enough influence in this town to get close enough to him. Family members, that sort of thing. Brothers, wives, sons. I'm not saying they did it, but all of them would have the same reason.
As you say this, her face starts to turn red. Are you saying that I killed my own husband?
No. I never said that, but you're saying his brother did. So, look, I'm just saying that if you're given the reasoning that because he's influential and that he's his brother, he's able to get close to him, then that same reasoning applies to you. So just be careful about what you say.
I have lost a star a week ago. His end is my end. Do you know? Had you known my husband, you'd know that you would have sliced open your own stomach and spread your guts across the room for your insolent questions. And she turns around and looks at Lucio as he gets up and starts to steer you out the room as she turns around and walks away.
Whoops.
This is what you get.
This is what you get for leaving Mr. Charisma 2 to talk to her.
I was watching this happen. I'm like, these are good questions. You have the balls to ask. I'm gonna let you go. Lawman asking the hard questions. We got kicked out, but we definitely learned some things.
Rascal, as you are being steered out of the room by Lucio, can you roll perception for me?
Perception. Let's see what happens here. Ooh.
Mm-mm.
2 success.
All right. As you start to leave the room, out of the corner of your eye, out the window, you see a small butterfly fluttering around before it's blown away by a gust of wind. And now we are going to go to Blythe's side. Blythe, what did you want to do?
I wanted to follow the guards and what's his name? Camino.
Carmino?
Carmino. My bad.
Like stealthily or just walk with them?
Stealthily for now.
Alright,
I
well,
saw a butterfly.
as Earl starts talking to the emissary, the Carmino is escorted out by the 2 guards, and a few seconds later you turn around and follow them. Could you roll stealth for me?
Yeah. Alright. Just looking at how many dice. Okay, that's pretty good. One success.
1 success. As you make it about 10 steps out the room, one of the guards notices and turns around. Is there a problem?
I had a couple questions. For you specifically.
For me?
Yes.
I'm not quite sure I'm the person to be answering questions, but alright.
No. You are perfect. You are perfect.
Alright then.
I kind of pull him aside. When they were talking back there about, fuck, I keep forgetting his name.
Altair?
Altair, thank you. When they were talking about Altair, about how he died, you seemed surprised.
Well, I mean, I was just quite surprised about hearing of Altair's health. He did seem quite healthy to me, but it could be possible that he was sick. Us guards don't see him that often. It's not like I saw him every day, but from what I had seen of him, he didn't seem like he was doing badly, at least.
No, but when Neva brought up the gash across his wound, you seemed very surprised when she mentioned that. Why?
No, out of character, I said that.
What?
Sorry, 1 second.
Oh, did I just goof up?
No. Alright, yes. Well, I wouldn't say that was surprising. I was there to cover up the scene when he died, so I knew what happened to him.
Well, then you must know. What was the scene like?
Well, what do you mean? It was by the stables, and one of the stable boys found him. Anyways, I'm not sure I'm actually allowed to be talking about this either. Anyways.
No, please. I'd love to have you answer my questions. Look
you-
like there was a scuffle?
Could you roll psych and cunning or deception? Actually, no, just cunning. If you want, you could use seduction, but I don't.
No.
You're
no,
not
no.
Chris.
Fuck.
Use your feminine wilds, Piney.
Yeah, no, this ain't gonna work. Okay, 2 successes.
He just looks over you. Yes, I'm not allowed to be talking about this. Sorry for the hostilities, but this is Anabaptist concerns, not yours.
Fine,
Turns around and
Let his
walks
murderer
away.
get away. Very well then. Goodbye. And I'm just gonna go and, I guess, stand outside the emissary. Or not the emissary, but the cloister.
Blythe, as you make your way back, you're only sitting at the door for about 30 seconds before you hear some yelling, and then Earl and Rascal are escorted out of the room by Lucio.
Well, that sounded like it went well.
We learned some things.
Like what?
Talk to the lawman. He did all the talking.
Whoops.
Lawman's dead. Let me fill you in. Well, here, let's not talk next to the door.
All right. So Lucio escorts you all back to the battlements, and there he looks over and finds two orgiastics and tells them to send you back to the gate and give you back your items. As he just turns around and walks away. The two guards accompany you. Oops. The two guards accompany you and walk you out into the courtyard as you are almost to the gate until, let's see, you hear a crash followed with some splintering, and you turn around and you see two Anabaptists who had just dropped a crate, or two touched ones who had dropped a crate from the warehouse. Then you recognize the Abacus, who storms out onto the scene. 1 second, I'm grabbing character pieces.
Can we tell what was like in the crate?
The crates, there's just bundles of something that's wrapped up in the crate.
Okay.
Where was I?
So wait. They dropped it from the warehouse window?
No, they just were carrying it and dropped it.
They were carrying it across the courtyard and they dropped it.
Oh, sorry.
Where was I? Ah, yes. So you recognize Abacus storm out towards the broken shipment. The Elysian loses his temper and grabs one of the touched ones who spilled... Actually, you can't tell what it is. It is oil. Drags one of the touched ones away from the spilled oil by the hair and hits the other squarely in the face with the back of his hand without breaking stride. The girl staggers, turns around and flees. I don't know what Neva likes about you anyways, you clumsy cow, as he yells after her. Curious onlookers start to gather around the battlements to watch Abacus yelling at the other touched one.
What are the touched ones again? Just
so they're just one of the different
Anabaptists.
Anabaptist cult ranks. It's
Okay.
yeah. I'm trying to say Anabaptists, but like they're kind of separated.
Right. Okay.
An
By the cult
offshoot.
folk. Well, no, they're not separated, but like I'll call it touched ones are the lowest ranked of the Anabaptists.
Okay, got you. Okay, there. Okay.
So that's it. Anyways. He then looks over towards in your direction and yells at the two orgiastics that come help him. You get over here at once. The two men obey right away and run towards him, almost crashing into the touched girl that he slapped. The girl has to dodge out of the way, but then staggers and crashes into you, Blythe.
Eh.
Shoves her onto the ground. Get off me, bitch.
I just kind of push her back.
She struggles to her feet from the mud with tears in her eyes, and she asks you for your forgiveness. I'm quite sorry for my carelessness, as she turns and runs away. And you three stand there near the gate, but no one is paying any attention anymore.
What are like those three doing?
They're
think-
cleaning up the crate.
Okay, I thought they were
the
going to murder
drops.
that old man.
No, he told them to come over here to clean up the
Oh, not the old man. One of the other touched ones.
other touched one. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So wait, what does it look like that has been spilled out of the?
A lot of it seems to be some kind of liquid on the ground, and there's vials of it.
Mm. I'll walk over and ask, do you need assistance?
Huh?
Is-
He like narrows his eyes at you. Yes, sure, thank you.
I begin picking it up. Now that I have a closer look, like, what does this stuff look like?
It is this. Well, you pick up a clear vial with a cork at the top, and inside is this honey-colored liquid.
If it's not an intrusion, what is this?
That's none of your business. Anyways,
Fine.
who are you? Anyways.
We just got done talking with Lady Neva.
I'm going to run on over too.
Oh, you're just one of the people here to have an audience with her then.
Yes.
Sorry for reacting harshly, those touched ones. They're quite useless. Don't pay no mind to them, or that girl either.
I'm going to begin cleaning up shards of pottery.
Mm-hmm. You're picking up the broken pieces, Grim?
Yep. Like, oh, let me help you. And as I do, I make sure I get some of this liquid on my hand.
Alright. A minute or two later, it's all cleaned up, and Abacus thanks you and apologizes for being rude earlier. And the two guards take you three back to the gate and give you back your stuff.
Thank you. As we begin walking away from the gate, what's this stuff on my hand smell like?
We'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
Is everyone here?
Yep.
Tristan?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I'm here.
Alright. Where is this? Yes. Alright. So, sorry, the two guards leave you, or just the guards leave you at the gate where you get your gear back from the two guards that you met earlier, who you recognized from the Bleeding Ram. As they're sifting through all the gear to give back to you, they introduce themselves as Imbrigo and Siphon. And they apologize for their stupid behavior back at the Bleeding Ram. We drank too much. We want to apologize. It's just the Baptist was always nice to us, and we were, well, quite sad about his passing.
It is fine. We all act strangely when grieving.
Says fine. Just buy me a drink one day and we'll call it even.
Oh, no problem. If you need anything, tell us. We could probably help you.
Thank you. I may take you up on that offer.
And you must have met the, or we did see a little bit of what happened in the courtyard here. Nice of you to help Abacus. He's not as mean as he seems. He's just very devoted to his work. And that girl too. Oh, that was Verena, one of the touched ones from the gardens. She trims the hedges and weeds out here every week in the morning. That dumb creature can't even count to 30, and she keeps dropping things. Anyways, here's your stuff back.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. Do you have anything else you want to do? Say? Or do you just want to get going?
I don't have anything. Maybe one of you two do.
I'm curious about that girl, but
You can always ask.
Did any of them mention where like the girl lives?
You can ask. Like,
All right. Where does that touched one? What was her name?
Verena.
Verena. Where does she reside? Doesn't
All
seem
the
like the kind to stay in the town.
all the touched ones stay in the Elysian Gardens. And you, if you want to, you can. Well, you can't pray there in the morning. Only Anabaptists can. Yeah, it's right over there as he points off to the west side of the cloister. As you can see here on the map too.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a small gate behind the cemetery. It's usually unguarded if you climb in there during Martins, and no one will notice. As Embrigo hits Siphon in the back of the head. What are you talking about? Forget what that moron said. There's nothing there.
I just kind of look to Embrigo, right, and I shoot him a wink.
He's like, no, don't wink at me.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. You say your farewells to the two Orgestics and start to make your way down the path from the cloister. And can we take a? I gotta look at some stats and not stats. I gotta look at some
Notes.
some things.
Okay.
Some things you say.
You guys can talk on the way down if you want.
I'm not sure where to start.
I did a lot of listening and I'm still trying to process it all.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, we were sort of threatened. That was an experience.
Yeah.
Either that lady is a very good actor or she had nothing to do with this.
Yeah. It could be a lot of things. Because, I mean, she's in the position where being flustered can be either A, from being accused and defending herself, and that could be because she was actually the culprit, or it could be because she's so insulted that anybody would think she is the culprit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's she's in that scenario where it's like you can't accurately tell whether she's lying or not. because she can hide her lies behind Fluster no matter what. It's an interesting situation.
Mm-hmm. So what should we do
Let me
next?
think here. Give me 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Take your time, buddy. We're still pondering. And Piney got some information out of that one gentleman.
I wouldn't say if it was that much, if it was that useful.
Well, it was something. We now know he wasn't poisoned, he wasn't sick, he was flayed open like an animal.
Well, his throat
I
was
might be
cut.
stretching it.
Oh.
We know
I
his
heard the word
throat was cut.
flayed.
Well, he
Yeah.
was... The fact that his throat was cut pretty gruesomely is their reasoning for not showing his body.
Mm-hmm.
So, we know he was killed, he murdered, up close and personal. So that definitely helps narrow it down. It had to be someone who had personal access to the man.
Or at least someone who could slip in quick while he was alone.
Yeah.
Well, the important thing is there was a pretty heavy guard perimeter, so it's either somebody who was very good at slipping in, or somebody who was able to slip in unnoticed because they had some sort of influence.
Yep. They were supposed to be here, so they could move freely.
Yeah. Which makes me think, like I said, brother, wife, or son, they all have the same power in that situation.
Maybe it was the son who did it. He
I-
could gain a lot from his father's demise.
I don't think so, because it's not like he was related by blood, nor is he going to inherit anything. And if anything, he should only feel grateful, right? Because was
The adopted son.
the adopted son who was sort of raised as like the protege of this guy.
Here's the question. How much do we know about the son?
We just know he's basically the protege and captain of the city guard.
Yeah, sorry, I'm stumbling over my own words. What I'm trying to say, if I can do it without having a stroke, is could he be resentment between the father and son? Maybe something we don't know.
There could be, but there could be resentment between the brother, there could be resentment between the wife, there could be resentment.
Yeah, there's a lot of resentment floating around if there is resentment.
Yeah, it's like there's all sorts of things that could be happening.
See, the thing is, we don't know much about the man we're investigating the murder of.
Yeah.
We know the
Grim,
basics.
Can I see your character sheet?
Yeah, sure. How do I share this? Oh, wait, there it is. If you want to show it to your friends.
I not think that this would happen, so it's kind of, I don't know how this stuff works.
There's my character sheet. Share number. Did we break the game?
No. All right.
Okay.
Grim, I'd like you to mark off 2 for
We have to
spore
fight the butterfly.
infestation.
2 for what?
Spore infestation.
Oh.
That's not good.
As on your hand, you feel something weird as you feel it spread throughout your body.
Where did I get that?
Your mind, I wouldn't exactly say feels clearer, but feels different. Almost, but you can't quite understand this feeling.
I'm having a moment of clarity. Am I with my? Am I still with everybody?
Yes.
Earl.
Mhm.
Saw a butterfly today.
Yeah.
There's-
Good on you. They're rare nowadays.
yeah, I've never seen one in person. Saw it right outside the window when we were walking by it.
Yeah.
So? What is it then? Is
I
this
don't know.
some sort of sign for your crooked people?
No, I don't know. I just feel different about it. Feels different.
You know, I went pissing in the woods once, got stung by a bee, but you don't see me talking about it.
That doesn't sound fun or fanciful.
That's just how it is.
Would you get a beer?
What beer?
What?
Both of us look over at the side of that crack. Where'd you get that?
Pre-war stash.
I bet that
I guess
is.
not pre-war, but pre-eschaton. I probably wouldn't even know about eschaton, so whatever.
You found it buried somewhere, and it's like it was still closed. It tastes great. Skunky as all hell.
Oh boy.
Sweet. How do I cure a spore infection?
What?
Did you miss
Oh.
that?
Yeah, I got spore infection.
Yes, I did miss that.
Yeah, that's what the butterfly was.
What?
Are you
Grim,
seeing
feel-
that?
I said
Well,
I missed that.
I don't think the butterfly was it.
Oh, I thought that was like a hallucination from the spore infecting my brain.
Well, maybe. I don't think the butterfly gave you it, but maybe the butterfly was related to it.
Yeah, that's what I meant. My bad. Word.
Oh, I think I know where you got it.
Good, because I don't have a fucking clue.
Oil.
Oh no. It's all clicking.
yes, you can. You can definitely tell that you have a weird feeling in your hand where you touch the oil,
Okay.
and it spreads throughout your body.
What the
I just raised my hand and show you guys. Guys,
What was that?
I don't know, but look what it did.
Would we know, like... Okay, first of all, do I know... I assume, even though my fucking stupid ass knows what a spore infection is.
Yes.
So
Okay.
that one feels like common knowledge because it's a constant threat.
Yeah.
Yes, I know, but I am very, very dumb, Grim.
Oh.
But, Wait a minute. Come, we need to speak in private. We need to find the doctor.
All right. Find me, doctor.
Do we know where, Carmina is?
From what you last know, he was leaving the cloister right before you.
Did he tell us where he, like, stayed?
Yes.
We go there.
All right. As you make your way into town, you is this even the right area? Let's just say this. All right. As you make your way into town, you find the place for Carmina marked on your map. It's a small house, and when you knock on the door, you're greeted by the battalion.
We must speak.
What about?
I
You
go
find
in the
something?
door and I grab Rascal by the wrist and show him his
Ah!
hand.
What about it?
Look at it.
Out of character, his hand doesn't look different.
Oh, fuck. Wait, does he even know that he has like a infection or?
Grim doesn't know that he out of character. Oh, I probably should.
Oh yeah, I thought
Out
in
of character. Grim doesn't know that he has a spore infection. His body feels weird emanating from the place that he got touched on his hand.
Okay.
And I told him to mark down spore infection out of character, but he
Oh,
probably
okay,
doesn't.
I thought I meant my bad. I thought when you said your hand feels different, I thought there was a spot, a mark, something.
I should have
Okay,
thought that one through a bit better. But...
That was my bad too. I assumed.
Okay, in that case, I guess scratch all this.
All right. So what do you want it to do now?
How much time is left in the day?
It is about 5 p.m.
Fucking A. I guess just back to the
Back to
commission
the
house.
commission house.
If no one else has anything to do.
All right. As you make your way back past the market square, the crowd is gone, and there's no trace of the flares that you saw. And you make your way back to the commission house.
All right, let's retcon that whole conversation then, and Ras is just gonna be like, "I ain't feeling very good, guys. I feel weird."
You still up for heading into the woods today, or are you thinking we're gonna call it off for today?
It's getting late. Even if he does feel fine, we probably shouldn't go out unless we want to stumble around in the dark again.
Fair enough.
We should head. If we're going to go in the woods, we leave early morning.
All right. Yeah, maybe another thing I need is a good night's sleep.
All right. And as you all, so you're all sleeping then?
Well, I am. I don't know about these two.
Yeah.
Because by the time you get back to your house, it's more like 8 or 9.
My God, yeah.
The city's bigger than you think it is, and it also takes
Yeah, we gotta
like,
walk
from,
everywhere.
From morning to the cloister, you get there at noon.
My God.
Yeah. It's a big ass city. Well, I guess I'll eat dinner, then go to bed.
All right. All right. Yes.
I'll be back.
Out of
again.
character, we're gonna do a thing.
Oh.
Because
Okay.
I missed it. We should have done it before you did the audience. You guys completed Act 1.
Oh.
Huzzah!
So we're going to allot XP.
Oh.
Oh,
How does this work?
I don't know. I'm excited.
So, at the end of each act, I allocate you guys XP depending on what you've done. And like there's like a checklist here of like things that you missed, things that you've
We
done.
get nothing.
We get 1 XP.
Alright, actually, you did everything.
What? What?
We're not
Plus
retarded.
Some extra stuff. So I'm gonna give you extra XP. So let's see here.
We're doing it right, boys.
How the fuck are we doing this right?
Well,
You guys get 10 XP.
damn.
So I don't know. I forget how leveling up works. It's been a while since I've read that.
Hell, I didn't. I half expected not even to get to level up.
All right. Is Tristan here?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. I gotta find where leveling up is. Which is gonna be annoying. But what do you guys think? Do you want to keep on going, or do you want to end it after this?
Might be good to end it after this.
Yeah, I'm fine with
Alright.
like figuring out level ups and then ending.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I'm really shocked that we're doing as well as we are.
I don't know if we're doing well, but we're doing good enough.
You guys like I'd say as a word of advice, take more initiative on things. Like I look into things more, maybe. Like I try to give you I try to prompt as much things as possible, but I'll prompt something and you guys will just sit there and like just silently.
Because most of the time I don't know what to say.
All right. Well, okay. Well, here's the thing. I've just always worried that I'm like doing this too much like a game. Like I feel like I feel like I worry about acting not in character. But I'll keep that in mind.
Well,
though.
I'd say asking questions is like the main thing your character would want to do.
Okay.
Because you're investigating the murder, so you want to know everything about what's going on, who's where.
Okay.
Like you don't need. Yeah.
Part of me regrets playing a clanner.
Oh yeah, Tristan was talking about his clan, and I was like, oh no. Tristan's clan was like Unga Bunga.
Yeah, I was an Unga Bunga. I eat people.
Yeah.
Man. Part of me feels like I should have played my Anabaptist, but it's okay.
I'm playing an apocalyptic. We're educated, but we're still basically
I
raw
have
nerves.
1 intellect and no points allocated in intellect.
Oh,
The apocalyptics are either like really smart or they're just idiots. It's like, oh, you're a cunning thief, or you're just like an idiot who goes around and like stabs people. Yeah.
And I'm a battle crow, so I'm kind of on that line. I'm not retarded, but
Yeah, and I also had some problems because I didn't know what happened to Grim. I was like, I read about this somewhere, but I didn't think it would happen because none of you are Anabaptists.
I touched the goo and I gave myself spore infection. Fuck.
Grim touched the goo and he turned into a teenage mutant ninja turtle.
My mind is clear.
If you want to, you guys can also help me look for
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, sorry.
figuring out.
I need
how
to
level up.
re-get
There
the
is
book.
a book. I found it somewhere, but I didn't have it memorized, which is I think my biggest problem here.
We have them pinned, don't we?
No, I'm looking through the book right now, but like,
Well, I reset my computer, so I don't have the books bookmarked anymore.
a cat brought in a dead baby mouse. Okay, I found it.
It's a trophy.
During their travels, characters get a feel for the world, recognize dangers, and perfect their survival techniques and combat style. They raise their attributes and skills and master new potentials. The currency to buy all this is experience, so think of XP as a currency. At the end of every session, the GM can award XP, or Axe as for this here. So every raise happens level by level. To raise a skill from level 2 to 5, you must also buy 3 and 4. The XP cost for the next level is its numeric value multiplied by a fixed factor. This factor depends on the the respective trait, attributes, and skill or potential.
What page are you on?
I am on the Catharsis, and I'm
I
on
found it.
page
Page
96.
96.
Okay.
Oh, so you're saying because I'm level 1, if I wanted to put another point into athletics, which is at 2, it would cost me 3 experience to buy level 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is dedicated to a focus or skill. It's cheaper from.
I have
So,
a basic understanding.
If you have a primal attribute, if you're primal, right? Primal focused.
Mm-hmm.
Skills. Okay. Wait. Attributes are cheaper by a factor of -2, and skills are cheaper by a factor of -1.
Oh.
So wait, because I have a primal focus,
So if I'm focus, if I have a focus instead of primal, intellect, agility, and psych are less to level up.
Yes.
Oh, okay, so physical for primal,
And
mental.
so an additional
Primal, yeah.
attribute point is the new value times 12, but if it's a preferred attribute, it's the new value times 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which might mean you guys can't level up like.
Well, how
The
much XP
stronger
are you
thing.
going to give us? Is the
10.
question.
You guys are getting 10. Actually, wait. I'll give you 12. Now that I think about it, 'cause, yeah.
12. So part of me almost
So
thinks I want to save
think-
my XP.
Yeah. Think of XP as a currency. You don't need to use it right away.
Okay.
So,
So
say I
preferred
want
skills, if they're underneath the thing, if they're underneath
Yeah.
it, then they cost less to under. Okay.
So you're saying because I have 2 points in primal, body, physical, agility, and charisma are cheaper, or instinct? I mean,
If you have primal instead of focus, then yes.
Because let's say you want to like raise your attributes are like your body, agility, charisma, intellect, psych, instinct. And then your skills are the things under that. And if you're primal focused, which means I forget, primal and willpower. Yeah, if you have primal unlocked, basically, body, charisma, and instinct, everything under that is cheaper. And then like for focus, it's like vice versa.
okay.
Okay. I took a
Okay,
screenshot.
so
I'm gonna post it in notes. It's of the entire level up section, and I'm gonna
okay,
pin it.
so just to make sure I have this right, say I wanted to raise an attribute point and it's favored, like my body from 3 to 4, it would cost 40 XP to do that because I'm a primal focused.
Yes.
Be primal focused, and you want to bring your body up to 3 to 4.
It'd be 40 XP, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
Okay.
main attributes are a little bit more expensive than skills.
Oh, much more expensive.
Much more expensive.
Okay, so
Yeah.
with 12 XP we can't really do much right now.
Yeah.
Could I level up orienteering so we don't get fucking lost?
Like you probably have enough to level up orienteering.
Like we probably have enough to level up
One
Skill?
skill once.
like a 0 skill to 1.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Which I'm
And I'm
debating
gonna
on whether
actually-
making my perception 2 or not, or just leaving it at shit. Because
I'm
part
gonna
of me
start giving you XP too. Also, more XP at the end of
sessions.
sessions.
Okay.
I might take a point in stealth because I have none in stealth.
I think I'm gonna
Orient-
hold on to my XP for now. I'm just gonna hold on to the 12. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do with it yet, so I'll hold on to it.
Huh. So
Oh,
how
and
much does this?
You
Oh,
can
wait, I
also
need a-
level up potentials too.
Also, I want to look at
Skill.
before I
It's a
do
new
anything,
va-
I want to look at my requirements for
Hmm.
my other shit.
Actually, from what I understand from this skill thing, it says skill new value times 5. So if it's a skill at 0, it would cost 5 XP to level it from
Yeah.
0 to 1. So
Yeah.
I could do 2 skills then. This could be good. I think I'll take a point in stealth and a point in orienteering.
Wait, can you have a 0? Yeah. Never mind. I'm an idiot.
The skills thing is yelling at me for some reason.
Oh, go up to the top. There's a button, character creation, and then you press that. It goes to free editing.
All right, there we go. So I have 2 XP left, but I'm a little sneakier now, and I know which way my ass is. So huzzah!
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna hold on to mine for now.
And make sure you don't overdo your your leveling.
Mhm.
And what I mean by this is your attribute caps what you can level, how far you can level up a skill. So just make sure that you don't over level a skill like over your cap on accident.
Okay.
So what's your cap? How can you tell?
It's the points in the top. Like, say you have 3 body, you can't bring any of the skills in body above a 3.
Unless you have something that increases it. The cap, like for example, your
Like, if you level
culture-
up your body or your...
well, no,
yeah.
your culture concept and cult will level up your skill bonus max.
Mm.
So for example, my melee is at 4, but my body is at 2 because my culture and concepts. Sorry, no,
Oh, shit.
my culture and cult both up the maximum for my melee.
Tristan, could you do me
I
a
might
favor?
be.
What?
Did you
should
send
be
me the
right.
book?
They're pinned.
Oh, they are. I couldn't find them. Are they
I don't
pinned under?
know.
They're pinned in only for less fortunate, but I can pin them again in notes if you
I
want.
thought it raised your max, but it actually might not. Now that I look at this, it's actually it's not your max. It's your concept and cult that raises your max that you can get from it. Let me think here. Okay, and then if you upgrading an attribute is better just because it adds it to all your things, right?
Yeah.
Instead of one.
So I'm planning on just personally, I'm gonna save until I have 36 XP, and then I'm gonna up my body to 3 because that's just better for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I might re-pick which skills I put points into because I need to look at my next level in the apocalyptics so I can go from a battle crow to something else that has possibly a gun.
Well, keep in mind the apocalyptics has a lot of things, but 3 is like the highest. So you're already at the mid tier, so the next tier is really hard to get. Like that would
Yeah.
mean you're the leader of an entire flock. So
And
it's really hard to get. It takes a lot to get to the 3rd stage of an
Level of
apocalyptic.
apocalyptic.
role playing, some things are weird. Like I almost wouldn't say that. Like if you're 3, you wouldn't like actually have to like take care.
You would have minions go out and do shit for you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like level 20 adventuring in D&D. It's like, we hired a band of shitheads to do this for us now. Go out and do it.
Hmm.
Oh, they couldn't do it. I guess we gotta go do it.
All right. Well, that was fun.